Postpartum depression is a mental health issue that is often overlooked. In the article titled Postpartum Depression Among African American Women, Linda Clark states that postpartum depression is a behavioral change in mothers 2 weeks to 1 year after giving birth. So, how does something like this take a toll on someone's thought process? Well, life sometimes has negative outcomes that are hard to overcome, which can cause the brain to dwell on those negative thoughts. African American women today are at risk of postpartum depression due to the non-acceptance of their life circumstances. I mean, it's normal to be disappointed about something if you were expecting a different outcome. The article titled, A Depression Preventative Intervention for Rural Low-Income African American Pregnant Women at Risk for Postpartum Depression. The author named Brown lists a few predictors of postpartum depression. Brown explains that African American women are at risk of postpartum depression due to low income, negative life events, and single marital status. These circumstances can very well lead to mental health issues. Signs of postpartum depression can be found as early as the 3rd month to the 9th month of carrying. If you notice that a loved one that is pregnant or has recently given birth whose mood has drastically changed in a depressive state, this is a sign of postpartum depression, and this should be taken seriously. There are ways to heal and cope from postpartum depression, such as venting or medication. And the medicinal treatment options available may be refused by societies because of society's expectations of how a black woman is viewed. According to the article, stigma and postpartum depression treatment acceptability among black women in the first 6 months postpartum, medicinal treatment wasn't really a go-to for African American women. African American women are considered to be strong and do not like to be perceived as weak, even if they're weak on the inside. In the article titled Impact of Preventative Intervention for Perinatal Depression on Mood Regulation, Social Support, and Coping, the author named Perry believed that social support is the key element in the healing process, believing that the best outcome is teaching a mother to cope with her life circumstances. Well, having a go-to person that is trustworthy and has a positive and supportive outlook is a great deal when carrying a lot of negative thoughts. I stress the importance of postpartum depression because of the effects that it can have on the mother and her child. Forming a prevention plan sooner than later would greatly improve the benefit of the mental health of the mother and the child, because postpartum depression does not only affect the mother, it also will affect the child. Pay attention to the depressive behavioral changes that the mother suffering has, seek preventative plans, and see if treatment is an option. Support is the key to this illness and will be one of the key influencers in resolving this issue of postpartum depression that the African American culture are suffering from. Thank you.